There's what I got so far. Actually, let me pop it apart for you. You have, let me get it out of there. Alright, here's the assembly on the 14 model. You have this little collar, slips up in the bottom of your tube. Dampening rod goes into it from the inside. Got a new bushing, inner bushing and a new fork outer bushing. Got the washer. You got a new seal, a new dust cover. Basically, you slide that guy in there gently. Stand it up so you can see it. Take your fork driving tool and drive it in there. I'm not going to do that yet. But that's the seal and inner fork assembly. This is a dampening rod. This is the rod we have to modify the holes on. This will slide inside all the way to the bottom. And your bolt with your sealing washer goes in the end. These are old O-rings, don't worry about those. Once I modify this, the gold valve sits into here. It sits on top of this. We eliminate these are the dampening holes. We're gonna drill them out and add another one to make them where they just flow hydraulic fluid freely. And then in change, we're going to use the gold valve that sits here as our new dampening holes. And it's adjustable, and your fork spring sits on top of it. And then you have your fork spring sitting on top of your gold valve, and you have a washer on top of the spring, and then you'll have your spacer you have to cut and set your preload for, and I'll show you guys how to do that. But there's nothing to it. I mean, other than not having the valve here, I'd be done already. And then you fill them up with fork oil and put your cap on. I got new O-rings for the caps. It's kind of a mess in here on my workbench, but you do that when you tear stuff apart. I got a Turbo 400 sitting over there on the edge. It's out of my Camaro. That's a bunch of garbage, but these are easy. These are probably the easiest forks I've ever put seals in. I've done probably 200 sets of seals in different bikes, and these are the easiest I've done. These are just like the forks in a Rebel 250. I mean, there's not much difference.